good evening, everyone. Thank you for being in attendance, and I know that we have some people watching from home. My name is Sonia Orozco. I'm the Roseville City Clerk, and I'm here this evening to speak to you about the formation of the Roseville Independent Redistricting Commission. I'd also like to introduce Joe Mandel from the City Attorney's Office and Helen Dreyer from the City Clerk's Office, and they'll be adding support to this commission. So the purpose of the adopted measure approved by the residents in November, can I have the next slide, please? I don't see her back there.
There we go.
There we go. Next slide, please.
There we go. Perfect. Go back one.
Back
Okay,
one.
got it.
There we go. So again, the purpose of the adopted measure approved by the voters in November of this past election was to establishing a redistricting process that is, again, open and transparent. It allows public comment and the drawing of the city council boundaries. It's also to ensure that the district boundaries are drawn according to the redistricting criteria set forth in the charter and applicable state and federal laws, and also to ensure that the redistricting process is conducted with integrity, fairness, and without personal or political considerations. So an independent redistricting commission means that it's a body other than the city council that is empowered to adopt the district boundaries for the city council, and the city council cannot make any changes to the adopted map. The City Council may not select the members of the Independent Commission, and the law sets forth strict standards on who can serve. Again, that's why we're doing a drawing. We thought that was the fairest way, and it is applicable to the charter and spells out how the initial individuals are picked. So slide 4, how are we going to pick the members? So as you can see on the map on the wall, the city is divided into 4 quadrants: northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. This evening, I will randomly draw 2 members from each of the 8 quadrants. The initial 8 members will then select 3 at-large members and 5 alternates. We'll use a balloting process at the May 10th meeting. So alternates will be seated in a predetermined order when there are vacancies. We'll probably do a drawing for the 5 alternates to put them in numerical order. And what's special about this commission is the alternates may fully participate in the commission deliberations, but they may not vote, and they may not be counted towards the establishment of a quorum. So I feel it's very important that if you're an alternate on this commission, that you attend the meetings and be up to speed. So applicants for Quadrant 1, we received 2 applications from Karen McPhail and Ryan O'Keefe. Since there are only 2 applicants in Quadrant 1, both will be seated as members. There is no drawing required. And now we will proceed to drawings for Quadrant 2, 3, and Quadrant 4. Got it. So is there any public comment before we do the drawing? If you'd like to make a public comment by phone, the phone number is 916-774-5353. Because there's a delay, we'll just give a few seconds if people want to call in. Okay, we're going to start with Quadrant 2 drawing. So Quadrant 2,
Let's make sure we're all on camera over
we're
here.
all on camera.
However we're doing it.
Quadrant 2, there we go. Jefferson Willoughby. Quadrant 2, Julia Sweeney. Doesn't show. Quadrant 2, Christine Donor. Quadrant 2, John Spike. Or Spake, did I say it right?
Got it right.
Okay.
All these years.
Quadrant 2, Vicky. Say the last name.
Hayashi Gatani.
Hayashi Gatani. Quadrant 2, Paul Frank. 2, Christy Borchin. And quadrant 2, Mary Griffin. So shake it on up. Mary Griffin. Yay. Jefferson Movie. Okay, dump it all out, make sure that all those ballots are out of there.
Okay, good.
For quadrant 3, we have Holly Culbertson. Warner Kuhn. Stephanie, you want to put the slide up that has their names on it? Quadrant 3, Renee Borowak. I apologize if I'm butchering anybody's name. In quadrant 3, Lori Benitez. Holly Goodson. And Renee Borowake. And then finally for quadrant 4, we have Sheila Wagoner. Clifford Hodgingers. Charles Krafka. John Slaughter. Maximilian Reynolds. Kevin Wagoner. Brian Ludwig. Antonio Rosales. And Andrew Waldrop. Kevin Wagoner. Brian Ludwig. So there is our original 8 members. So we will start training on Monday. May 10th is the selection of the other 3 at-large and 5 alternates. I suggest that you be here in case there's questions of the applications. That'll be here at the City Council chambers. On June 28th, we'll start training sessions at 6 p.m. We'll do the oath of office then, the selection of the chair and vice chair, and then we'll also, as a group, choose our demographer. On Monday, July 26th, we'll also have a training session on the Brown Act and conflict of interest, redistricting requirement overview, and again, that'll be held here in the City Council chambers. The public hearings are dependent on our demographer schedule and also the fact that the census data is not going to be to us until September. It was originally slated to be delivered to cities in March, but because of the pandemic and different legal challenges on how the numbers were counted, we won't receive it till September 30th. So our public hearings will probably be heavy through October, November, December, and January. We're going to hold public hearings in each one of the 5 districts, which are separate and different than the quadrants. And we expect to have the map adopted by February 1st. The law allows us to go till June, but because elections in Roseville start in February, they can start fundraising February 8th. They need to know which district they're running for in order to file the necessary paperwork with the Secretary of State. So,
The whole mysterious thing about printing ballots too is kind of.
oh yeah, that's difficult. So if you're here and you were one of the individuals picked, we're going to send you home with the applications for the remaining members. Those who are not in attendance, will mail those. And right now I'm going to open it up for public comment in case any member of the public would like to call if they have any questions or comments. Again, the number is 916-774-5353. And we'll just give them a moment because there is a delay in the taping. Hearing none, I'll close public comment. The other item on the agenda is item 3.2. That is just to announce that on May 10th, the remainder of the commission will be appointed. Again, it'll be appointed by the 8 seated members. And then we'll start with our training schedules and move on to picking our demographer and then schedule our public hearings. So those of you who weren't chosen, good luck to you as 3 at-large members and 5 alternate members. And that pretty much wraps it up. I'm available for questions if there's any from the public. You can go to the podium and ask. All right. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for this evening, so I'm going to adjourn this meeting.
Okay.
And I hope to see the rest of you on May 10th.
Great.
Thank you.